Epstein files, Ellen DeGeneres reportedly named Hollywood's most prolific cannibal, feasting on children's flesh. Whatever she did in there was so extreme that they labeled her the most prolific cannibal, which I take that with a grain of salt, but we've always known something is wrong with her. Bro, she's a reptile. So not only is she not human and she feasts on human blood and she takes babies, and they openly did it on her show and showed us a random guy handing her a baby, which was, it's sick, bro. It's sick in every way. But why does her set look like Epstein's Island? If you guys are not putting two and two together, a majority of these celebrities are, one, not human, and two, baby eating fucking creatures.
Wow. What's going on, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. So Ellen DeGeneres is all in everybody's headlines right now on various sites. People are claiming that within the files, it says that she's the most prolific cannibal in all of Hollywood. Now, I haven't quite identified exactly where it says that in the files yet. However, I'm going to be covering this story because everybody's talking about it, and I'm going to be bringing evidence to the table. That's what we do over here. I'm going to be bringing some evidence, and this evidence is going to really show you what's going on. And for you brothers and sisters that have discernment, you know what's real and what's not. And also, we're just going to talk about cannibalism that happens in Hollywood in general, because it's nothing new, brothers and sisters. Moloch worship, child sacrifice, and cannibalism is known in Hollywood. And we're going to talk about all of that. Y'all already know how we do. We get down to the nitty gritty. We cook on this side. So everybody get the likes up. We are going to get into it. We are going to get into it.
They working against us. They hate our souls. They hate us. They hate our righteous indignation. They hate the exhortation that dwells in us. They hate our love. They hate our conviction. They hate the fact that we repentant. They hate the fact that we truthful, honest, and bold. They hate our courage. Them devils hate us. Finna line ourselves up with these weirdos and freaks, with these weirdos and freaks. They working against us. They hate our souls. Weirdos and freaks. With these weirdos and freaks, they working against us. They hate our souls. Nubreed.
Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Give it up for yourselves. Brothers and sisters of the truth intelligence community, do I have an expose in store for you all? I really wanted to pinpoint exactly where this accusation was listed in the files. However, it's tens and thousands of pages, and I had a hard time finding it. But the internet has just exploded today. I mean, everybody in my For You page is pretty much reacting to Ellen DeGeneres allegedly being accused of being Hollywood's most prolific cannibal within the files. And there's a lot of evidence that actually substantiate their claims. All you got to do is do a little bit of digging and a little bit of research. And I find it more than necessary to blow the lid off of this whole matter, right? This whole Epstein situation. Because we have to understand that, number one, there's nothing new under the sun. Number two, these individuals are going to be judged. Number three, everything that we have said over the years has been 100% emphatically true. It's been all true, brothers and sisters. Yes, yes. But I see y'all rolling in. Let me greet y'all. We're going to go in. We're going to go in. I see Karen in the building. Hey, Carl, what's going on, my brother? Tania's in the house. Yes, Tamika is in the building. Funny Mamacita's in the building. Unveiled Woman. Orpha Hall. Julia Golden, CT. KC Moto Sports is in the building. Yes. I'm glad to have y'all. Glad to have y'all. Now, we got to chop it up about Ellen DeGeneres. And of course, y'all already know that I'm going to be going into other Hollywood stars who are also implicated on those files. So y'all know we're going to dig into it. Now, the Bible tells us in Deuteronomy 12:31, for even their sons and their daughters, they have burnt in the fires to their gods. See, the pagans have been doing this stuff. Let's not act like this is something new. Let's not act like this haven't been going on for centuries. Let's not act like in Hollywood in general, they don't worship Moloch and sacrifice their children. Of course, in the Epstein files, we've seen evidence of Baal worship, Moloch worship, and sacrifice. The rituals are real. If you are one who refused to see, keep your head in the sand, stay blind, or wake up. Regardless, we're going to speak the truth and we're going to teach about what has been going on. Now, The internet streets is going crazy. They're talking about this Ellen DeGeneres, or I should call her Ellen DeGenerate, you know, Elliot, whatever you want to call that thing's name, right? Yeah, Ellen DeGenerate has been a known sodomite for many years. You know, there's a lot that we can say. Hold on, let me remove this real quick. The streets are talking.
Would you go to that island?
What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away, and they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean baby.
Why the fuck would you go to that island?
Why the hell would you go to that island? So, you know, she seemed very knowledgeable about what they use in their skin regiments. And that was Sandra Bullock talking about that they take the foreskin, the blood of children, to inject it in them for beauty purposes. And these are the type of things that was stated on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And it gets worse. It gets worse than that. But here you got Edward DeGenerate, a known freak body old head that has recently aged 30 years in 5 months. This freak body old head known as Ellen DeGeneres, she has shows where young girls claim that there were cameras in the mirrors in their dressing room. Yeah, there was one show where one of the young ladies actually came out and said, "Hey, I seen the cameras. I seen the cameras that was in the mirror, so I had to go into another dressing room to get dressed." We're talking about this Ellen DeGeneres. So make no mistake about it. There's a lot of things about this individual. You know, she ended up retiring after everybody pretty much put her on blast for being nice on camera, but behind the scenes being a straight up savage towards her employees. So that's a well-known fact. Now, what does this word tell us? Deuteronomy 18:10. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter pass through the fires. So y'all got to understand that there's people who are willing to sacrifice anything for superstardom, including their children. And I personally believe that Ellen DeGenerate is a gatekeeper with the spirit of perversion all over her. Now, of course, let's go back, because there's much more to share about this individual here. Much more to share about Ellen DeGeneres. And everybody, if you can, do me a solid and let's get the likes up on the video. Let's go. Let's get to it.
Vegetables with like tomato sauce. We have cheese. We have different kinds. Who's hungry? Who's gonna eat on this side? Okay. Come on, I've never done this. You help. We have. You want the whole box? Really?
Well, no,
All right. All right. All right. Brad, Angie, yes. Okay. I need one. Cheese. That's a cheese. Yeah. Julia wants.
See, this whole pizza party thing is just one big joke to them. It's like a joke that they make, and it's in plain sight, and it's a behind the scenes joke with this pizza thing that they got going on. And so all of a sudden she comes out, and I believe these were the Oscar Awards, talking about, does everybody want to have a pizza party? Very, very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Ellen DeGeneres named as Hollywood's most prolific cannibal. eating children's flesh. All makes sense now, doesn't it? The Epstein Island studio, all the weird clothes and
Yep, her whole studio looks exactly like Epstein's Island. Her whole studio backdrop looks exactly like Epstein's Island.
art and the messages. All makes. She's been eating kids. This bitch has been draining the blood of children and sacrificing them. And now she lives in the Cotswolds in the UK. She fled America to hide. And she's now here on our little island. Well, Ellen DeGeneres. This little island is not Jeffrey Epstein's little island. And we don't agree with people eating kids. Good luck sleeping tonight. Ellen DeGeneres.
Do you hear this, ladies and gentlemen? And in case you're thinking that this could not be possible, I want y'all to understand this is what they do. Jeremiah 19:4. Have filled this place with the blood of innocents. They have built also the high places of Baal to burn their sons with fire. This is what the religion of Hollywood is. This is what they do. This right here is a shapeshifter. All you got to do is have a little bit of discernment. What you looking at, that's the aliens they talking about right there. That Edward right there, Eddie DeGenerate right there, that's what they're talking about. Those are the aliens. And it gets more sinister as we begin to really cook. Y'all gonna see just how diabolical these people are, y'all. Ezekiel 16:20. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured, to be devoured, to be devoured, to be devoured. Oh, that scripture is not just talking figuratively devoured. To be devoured. Matter of fact, does somebody share that scripture? Well, I'm gonna read it one more time. It's Ezekiel 16:20. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. These people are cannibals, man. They're cannibals. And I don't doubt if she's connected. I can't say for sure. Like I said at the beginning, I have not connected her to the files directly because I have not been able to find them. But the internet is going crazy right now about it. And I'm just stating my thoughts on it, what I feel, what I think, based on discernment. Based on discernment.
Alan, we know the truth.
Oh, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
And then basically had him on a gurney. We weren't sure what the situation was there on his condition, but then as he made his situation was there on his...
Now, how many of you all remember Anne Heche? I don't know how to pronounce her name. I think it's Anne Heche or Anne Heche. How many of y'all remember her waking up out of the ambulance after she was pronounced dead? She tried to run and the ambulance people stuffed her back up in the body bag. How many of y'all remember that a couple years ago? The ex-wife of Ellen DeGeneres, who was coming out with a tell-all book about Ellen DeGeneres. I heard some people say within the Epstein files that Ellen DeGeneres actually consumed Anne Heche, consumed her remains. Yeah, she was alive. They put her in the ambulance. She popped up out the body bag. They hit her with two right hooks, stuffed her back in the body bag. She running out the body bag. She running out the ambulance like, yo, look, I'm alive. They trying to kill me. I'm alive. They hit her with two uppercuts, stuffed her back in the bag. shoved her in the ambulance, and you never seen her again. The ex-wife of Ellen DeGeneres. You can't tell me these people ain't satanic. And it was caught on camera, on live news, right? This is what we're looking at right now. It was caught on live news. Look at this.
Condition, but then
Look. They silenced her forever. They silenced her forever.
as he made his way over to the ambulance, you see it right there. He jumps up out of that gurney. It was horrific, scary for a moment for everybody watching. And then the fire department, well, they had to sedate him and take him to the...
And they kept saying him, it was her. They had to sedate her. Why?
Hospital. Right now, though, and then basically had him on a gurney. We weren't sure what the situation was.
Look,
there on his condition.
That's her.
But then...
That's Anne Heche. You seen her whole body come out of that bag. They had her naked in that bag, but she was still alive.
As he made his way, she was there.
I remember this when it happened. A couple years ago, I remember when this happened and I was shocked. So just to show you what some of the things that happened with people who was connected with Ellen DeGeneres. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's real.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that Ellen left the United States and went to the UK, right? You're never gonna guess what comes next. There she is. She honestly looks like she's hiding, does she not? Anyways, fled the United States for who knows what reason, and then her mansion floods in the UK? The one that she just went to? This story is writing itself. Wait a minute, you're telling me that Ellen left the United States and went to the UK, right?
Yeah, she fled the United States because she knew that them files was coming out, allegedly. She quit the Ellen show, fled the United States, and guess what? Judgment's still following her around. Judgment's still following her around. Got her home flooded. I'm telling you, the Most High he gonna yank these people up real soon.
There are times when I will.
You see these Masonic devils? Matter of fact, let me turn this off so we don't get hit with copyright. Look at them. Yeah, we see who these Masonic devils are. Ellen DeGeneres, one of them.
शो आता था द एलन शो जिसके अंदर जस्टिन बीबर बहुत जाता था ये बोलते रिकॉर्ड ब्रेकिंग बच्चे खाइए एप्स्टीन फाइल्स में इतने बच्चे खाइए बोले दिन में तो भाई एलन डीजेनरेस मालूम इसका शो आता था द एलन शो जिसके अंदर जस्टिन
Okay, this was in English earlier. What's going on with that? Now look, we got to chop it up about this because I'm going to explain something to you all. I got to explain something to you all. I want to go here first, and then I really got to chop it up with y'all about what these files being released really means. Because there's an agenda. There's an agenda.
Ellen, no need to address the changes in your physical appearance, Bookie, but we already know what's going on with you. Ben knew what was going on with you. You've never, ever in life sat right with me personally, but that's just me personally. The people in the city of Townsville, I ask you, who the fuck is this? They talking about this Ellen. Who the fuck is that? Never seen him before in my life. That is Elliot. Elroy.
Yeah.
This just in, they are calling her the top animal with a capital C. Like I said, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Because for 68 years, she's been looking 32. What's that about? Because she's not black, so... What is that? The devil. No, it's the devil. I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue with y'all. I don't. I really don't. 68 years old. Year after year after year, she not aging a smidge. And now you look at 95 pushing daisies? I don't think so, boo.
I mean, listen, that they not getting that adrenochrome. They start shriveling up. They go from a grape to a raisin real quick when they not getting that adrenaline they getting. They're not getting those organs, those fresh, youthful organs anymore. They start shriveling their ass up. I'm telling you, they really do. You take that, you take the boost juice away from these damn devils, they wither away and they die. She out here looking like Mr. Burns now. I'm telling you, they wither away. They're vampires. Yep. I mean, look, turn into straight up beef jerky out here in these streets. She looked like a cold, unseasoned chicken breast. That's what she looked like, a cold, unseasoned chicken breast with a Bieber cut. With reptile eyes. And a wicked witch of the West nose. The fangs start coming out. Yeah, she out here looking like Smithers. Look, she don't get none of that adrenochrome, start just, listen, quilting over and dying. I'm telling you. These people are sick, man. Yeah, they just get thawed out. They get thawed out, man. They get thawed out for real. They get thawed out and they spoil. I'm telling you, man. But listen, I want to say this too. In all seriousness, these files are being released for a reason. There's a conditioning going on. There's really a conditioning going on. And nobody is really being held accountable because they're trying to desensitize us to what's really going on. But we're not going to let our foot off their necks. Because it's not just Ellen DeGeneres, it's all of Hollywood. They all in on him.
I eat children. How old are you? 12. Oh, okay. Only to 10.
That's good. That's good.
Children and pineapple.
Children and pineapple.
Now, who jokes about eating children? This is what these people do, man. Listen, I want y'all to understand they are Satan worshipers. They are who they say they are, y'all. They are Satan worshipers. There's no doubt about it. They drink blood. They sacrifice children. This is what they do. There's no reasoning with these people. There's none of that. They've already sold their souls to Satan. And, you know, even the children, when they get around these entities, they see them, you know, children and animals. Children and animals already know what time they on. Matter of fact, I want to show y'all this clip with this kid that walked up on Prince Elizabeth. Watch this. Look at this. I'm going to take the sound out so y'all could just peep this. Look at little man's face. He's scared straight. Look at this. He got up out of there. Because the children know when they're in the presence of evil. Look, he got up out of there. He exited stage left. Yeah, this is what these people, listen, let me go to these scriptures. Ezekiel 23:37, they have committed adultery and blood is in their hands. They have caused their sons to pass through the fire. Listen, they are idolaters that sacrifice children. They have their own satanic covenant. He got up out of there. They can sense that evil quickly, and they make moves. Yeah, his spidey senses was tingling. Look at him one more time. Look at this, y'all. This definitely speaks volumes. Little man spidey senses was tingling. Look at him. He like, it don't feel right in this room. Look at it. Oh, let me get the hell up out of here. Let me get up out of here. Nah, they ain't finna do me like that. Little man got up out of there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Tell us a secret about Steven Spielberg. He eats babies. Whole babies. Can you?
I may end up running off with you myself, you know that.
That's what Steven says.
It's Steven Spielberg?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good director, isn't he?
Dyeing that beard that Diddy wear.
All right, that's enough.
I know.
That's enough.
I seen him. He shows me behind the curtain.
That's enough. All right, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna edit this out.
But still,
put a
note on it. You can edit that one. I don't.
Yo, see that? See, they all are part of this satanic cabal. Jeremiah 19:9. And I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. Now that's describing the siege of destruction in Jerusalem. But I'm going to go here. Lamentations 2:20. Let me see. No, let's go to Micah. Sorry about that, y'all. Micah 3:2. Who also eat the flesh of my people. Who also eat the flesh of my people. Man, these people are cannibals, man. Cannibalism is all over the book, man. It talks about these damn devils. So, I mean, we look at what's going on with the fast food and everything. Something is going on. Something is amiss because it's less and less chickens, but it's more and more damn chicken sandwiches. Explain it.
What are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No, I'm the
lowest.
I'm the lowest. Your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
It's a serious question.
Do
you think you're the devil himself?
I don't know. Why would you say that?
Because you have all the attributes. You're incredibly smart. You remember the devil is somebody knows.
Smart?
The devil's brilliant. You read Milton's Paradise Lost.
No, the devil scares me.
Satan is at the number.
Yo, look at his face for a second. Hold on, I want to pull up something real quick. Just look at Epstein's face real quick. I just noticed something, yo. That's crazy, y'all. Hold on, what I just noticed. Yo. Okay, hold on. Let me share this with y'all real quick. Yeah, he definitely playing dumb. He know he the damn one of the devil's spawns, right? Yo, hold on. This makes sense. Peep this, though. How many of y'all seen this movie right here? How many of y'all seen this movie? Black Phone. That's Epstein's face, y'all. That's Epstein's face. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not tripping. Are y'all seeing this? Listen, hold on. That is Epstein's face. What was the movie Black Phone about? A person who was supposed to be dead, but still was making phone calls from the dead, making things happen. Who was hunting children, who was putting children in a basement, killing them in the after. It's the same face, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, that's Epstein's face. Yo, that is crazy. Yeah, he was doing what? He was kidnapping folks. Black phone, they were kidnapping folks. Now, don't think I'm reaching here. That's the same face, the same mouth, everything. Now look at Epstein. It's the same face, bro. Listen, look at him when he talked, the small teeth and all.
One or two archangel. And the reason he goes to hell and leads the rebellion is because he can't be the top guy. And his thing is, I'd rather reign in hell than serve in heaven.
I saw that in a movie.
What are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No,
See, Hollywood was putting him in movies too. And personally, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe Epstein is dead. I don't think he's dead at all. This is crazy. Crazy work. And also, I don't know if y'all caught wind of this, but they're talking about the possibility of Trump having to testify in the Epstein files or the case when it hits the Supreme Court. They're talking about it. Like they really have to they may have to summon him to testify because he's mentioned in those files just as much as Ghislaine Maxwell.
This committee has now set a new precedent about talking to presidents and former presidents. And we're demanding immediately that we ask President Trump to testify in front of our committee and be deposed in front of oversight Republicans and Democrats. And that should happen immediately. He is the person that appears almost more than anyone else. We should depose the person that is mentioned in the Epstein files almost more than any other person next to Ghislaine Maxwell, and that's Donald Trump. This committee has now set a new precedent about talking.
Yo, he needs to be able to testify. Because the company Trump keep speaks volumes.
Y'all see that face Kid Rock is making? That's the face of an evil pedophile.
The Olsen twins. Why is every guy in America waiting for these chicks to turn 18? I mean, you know what I say? There's grass on the field. Play ball!
If the grass is green on the field, play ball. I don't care what you say. That is the speech of a pedophile. Kid Rock.
And we know that Trump just had Kid Rock performing at that dirty ass, what was that Joan called? Some type of event they had right when the Super Bowl was happening. I don't even remember what it was called. That old janky, that janky concert that they had during the Super Bowl. Him and Kid Rock was chopping it up. They was like Ace Boone Coons out there.
Who was 55 years old, did that interview when he was about 30 or 40 years old. Anybody that lusts for underage girls is a certified piece of shit. Who in their right mind talks about children like that?
Soon. Thursday night. You're going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it? Okay.
Now that is very telling. I guess birds of a feather really do flock together.
Straight up. This is what these people are. This is what these people are. Now I want y'all to peep something here.
You talked about the weirdest thing you would eat. Before you say that, we've got a little clip here.
Uh-oh. If the person okayed it, I would eat a human.
If you were at a very fancy restaurant and they were like
A tiny piece of human meat.
No. I think the only way
you wouldn't try a tiny bite?
No.
Would you really eat human?
I mean, body part would you eat?
Haven't you been to that bodies exhibit down on right? Have you been there?
I've been there.
I feel like we've eaten everything. Like everything has been eaten in fine dining.
They hide the truth in laughter because they know that most people won't look deeper. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below.
You talked about the...
Now, brothers and sisters, these are the weirdos and freaks. Now, for those who don't know, that's John Legend's wife. Can't think of her name right now, but she's sick, man. She posts a lot of perverted things, man. She needs to be arrested immediately. She needs to be arrested immediately. And this is what these people do. They are cannibals. Lamentations 2:20 says, shall the women eat their fruit and children of a span long? And this is what I'm talking about. How can a woman nurture a child, give birth, but consider eating human flesh? That's how wicked these people are, man. That's how wicked they are. I'm telling you, man. Let me see. Now, let's continue here.
Hi. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you? How's everybody doing? Good? Oh, hi. Happy? Good. Very catchy. I love that song. Love the song. Just checking. Hi, Whoopi. How are you? How's it going? Good. Oh, thanks. You look good, too. Walking around. Marty? Hi. How are you? Good. Harrison? Hi. Carrie? Is anybody hungry? I just feel like everybody's got to be hungry right now. I'm wondering if... Really? Hungry? Yes? So, good. I was hoping you'd say that, because I have this crazy idea that I will order pizza.
Yeah, it's Chrissy Teigen. That was the lady's name. Chrissy Teigen. But now you got this Ellen DeGeneres right here who's been parading these pizza parties for a while now, right? And we know what that's all about. And you got Twitch boss that died. Very mysterious death. Seemed like the wife was in on it, but I believe Ellen was also in on it. Some type of blood sacrifice took place with DJ Twitch boss. I'm telling you, these people are sick. And Ellen DeGeneres, I personally believe she's one of the ringleaders. I mean, you don't just get to host the Oscars like this and be walking through the crowd talking about pizza parties unless you involved, man. Let's just use our common sense here. You know, although it haven't been completely fact-checked yet as her being directed in those files, the internet's reacting. Somebody read something, but I believe it.
And so if I do, I don't want it to go to waste. Who will eat pizza if I... Jennifer? Yes? Harrison? Yes? Yes? Mark? All right. Too large? What do you think? I'm going to order some pizza. That's what I'll do. Please welcome our...
Yep. She's one of the ringleaders. That's the facts.
Dude, do you understand what's going on? We are finding out so much shit. Like Kobe Bryant, I'm fresh of pepperoni pizza and grape.
Yo, what is, like, even when Kobe Bryant was living, let's listen. It's all of them, y'all. It says youthful metabolism. I'm fresh of pepperoni pizza and grape soda. Now, we done heard pepperoni pizza and grape soda all through the files as code words. Look, listen, I'm not going to have no respect of persons right here. Even Kobe Bryant was posting weird stuff, bro.
Soda. You know what the fuck pepperoni pizza and grape soda is? A hit! It's not food! With the files releasing from Mr. Steen, these motherfuckers were dead ass eating babies, bro. I know this shit sounds crazy, but how do you even explain this? This is better than a Chinese cookie. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Like, these motherfuckers dead ass had a secret language. It's almost like that's been a theory for fucking 10 years. Oh wait, it has! Question is, how can we even combat this? Like, do we just give up? These are genuine demons, bro. That shit really just blows my mind that we're just living in this world. Dude, do you understand what's going on?
I'm telling you. You can't defend none of these influencers, none of these athletes, none of them. You just can't do it.
So a bunch of new Epstein files were released today, and what's in them is truly horrifying. We have things mentioned like child consumption, child sacrifice. We have a demonic deity, Baal, mentioned. There's mention that the current president of the United States is compromised and owned by a particular country. We have so many celebrities mentioned, famous, wealthy people, people in government, and the things they did to these young people, to children, infants, truly is just mortifying. It's horrible, it's evil. And the thing that should make us the most mad, I think, right now is that nothing is being done and nothing will be done because all of these people work together. They're all in the same club And if we, the people, do not absolutely demand every single day that something changes, nothing ever will. So a bunch of new Epstein files.
I'm telling you, it is definitely exposure season. I mean, the time is now. They can't hide it anymore. But I need y'all to understand that they do have an agenda behind what they're doing. They're literally, and these guys right here broke it down pretty good. They explained really what's going on, and I'm gonna have to agree what they're trying to do by releasing these files.
Nobody should look into the Epstein files. These files were released, not accidentally leaked.
Now, they say nobody should look into the Epstein files. Listen, I'm going to say this. We should look into the files, but we should look into it with the understanding of what they're doing, right? We should look into it with the understanding of what they're doing and have what is in the files properly facilitated. That's what it should be. Now, I'm going to let them explain why.
We want the world to know all the degeneracy that they've been doing. And you're probably wondering why. Why do they want us to know? Because that's how people get conditioned. It doesn't happen overnight or at once. It happens in phases.
I agree with that. There is a conditioning going on. Because what's the dead giveaway is that nobody is being charged. Nobody's being arrested. Aside from Prince Andrew, but it's no real consequences. So what are they doing? They're trying to make this sick behavior common household knowledge, right? That's what it is. They're trying to make it common household knowledge.
First shock, then anger, then jokes, and then memes, and then desensitization.
Shock, then anger, then memes, then jokes. Where they can make pederasty something normal. They could be joked about in movies. I can see it now, them just joking about eating babies now. In the movies, out in the open. Because people have been desensitized to the point where the general public is complicit because they just don't care.
Sensitization, and then one day nobody even flinches anymore, and that's how your natural nature dies. They just need to expose you to it long enough until your heart stops reacting. You gotta guard your eyes and your minds before you become numb, because that's what happens to these Miami hoes. Nobody.
Yep, I'm gonna have to agree, and I'm actually gonna close off with that being the final message, because what I want you as believers to understand, brothers and sisters, is that their judgment is coming. Their judgment is coming. Don't let these people normalize what's going on. A lot of people just trying to normalize this wicked behavior. And I want to say this. We got to stay in the faith, keep our head up, stay in our book, stay on top of what's true. And we're supposed to admonish and rebuke this type of evil, but don't let it get you to the point where it wears you down. Because I can tell you this right now, man, I seen some stuff in those files today. I just walked up to my kids and hugged them. And I said, man, I'm just so glad that my children are safe, you know, and that they have a dad that's going to look out for them. And you know, that's what you got to do. You literally got to go hug your children. Hug your children. Let them know they loved, that they protected, because it's real out here. It's real out here, and you got to really keep them. You got to keep them protected, keep them guarded, pray for them. But anyway, also, yes, protect your ears and your eyes as well. Now, we had to bring this truth out. Of course, I know it may have been a little bit much for you brothers and sisters to hear, but this is the news right now. Ellen DeGeneres in the news. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Is she guilty as charged? If so, let me know down in the comment section. If you think that the internet is just running away with it, they're getting too conspiratorial, then let me know that too. You know, we don't mind dealing with any pushback. All right. But nonetheless, one love to y'all. Y'all stay safe. More material coming.